when I had Tolu, I thought I was going to have a girl. But to the glory of God today, he came out a boy. And that's why I called him Tolu Alashe. Boluwatife. It wasn't my own making. It was God's making.
Football was never really an option kind of thing. Like since I was little, it's something I've known I would do, you know, even my whole family, you know. I always say this, but people don't believe me. When I was a kid, my first word as a baby was go, you know. I've always played football with people older than me, and after school, sometimes I don't even take off my school uniforms. I just go directly to play football. My dad used to whoop my ass, my brother used to whoop my ass. Sometimes my brother also tells me, watch football, you also have to watch, you know. But I wasn't really into the watching, I was into the playing.
Tolu Alashe, Emmanuel Boluwatife, Temitope Arokudare is my last born. I have 4 of them. He is the last born. Right from childhood, I start from the first word he uttered on this mother earth is goal. I will probably attribute it to being a football lover myself. The whole family, we are all footballers. We love football. So we are always watching football. But the first word he uttered is goal.
People who motivated me to play football were my brothers, because the first child, Tiny, everybody says he was a better player than I am when I was little, because he also used to play football and he was popular in Festac, you know. So they were saying he was a better player, and I wouldn't say he's my favorite brother, but I used to like him a lot when I was little because I never really used to see him. And then when he comes back, we just like bonding and everything. So I think I got the football talent from my dad and from him.
Like this guy, what a big goal. There was one time I was bigger. Let's jump like okay, also that's what we
My mom never allowed me to play football because, you know, I had to be a graduate. Being the first child, I had to lay a good example for the others. Man, it was very difficult for me, man. I envy Tolu a lot. He doesn't even know. Like, seeing him do what he loves from the bottom of his heart without stressing at all. Like, you know, it feels like waking up every day and just doing that thing you love without stress. It's one of those things, but I'm happy to be able to see him, you know, achieve his dream. Just, you know, it forwards more in the direction of nothing is impossible, because where we came from, seeing where Tolu is right now, it's still like a dream every day. When I look at him, I'm like, is this my younger brother? Because I carried him literally. And I'm seeing him like this one, like, wow, it's crazy. Dreams do come true.
My dad and my brother always used to go to the trainings with me, to the box-to-box trainings. Even though sometimes people did criticize them for coming, like, I'm not a baby, they don't have to come or something. But they always still came, you know, to motivate me, because it's a different feeling, yeah. When you're playing in front of your family, it's a whole different vibe. And my dad used to be an athlete for Nigeria. He was, I don't know what year, but he was supposed to represent Nigeria in the Olympics, but I think some days before they left the last training or something, he hurt himself in the training, and that was the end of it. You know, that's why he couldn't represent Nigeria. But he's like 75 now, and he's still strong and athletic, so I think I got the genes from him.
I myself, being an ex-footballer, I started playing football for the Nigerian police. I was in Anambra State then, during the Civil War. From there, I changed to athletics, and I represented Nigeria, even in '76 Olympics. Seeing my son playing football, and I saw the talent in him, I believe it is my duty to encourage him. And I did what a good father will do for him. I don't mind carrying him to the stadium, going to the stadium with him when he was still almost on daily basis, till eventually started going by himself. So my joy is whenever he's around on the field, I see him playing and he's doing well. I count myself as the most happy human being on earth. Then leaving Nigeria, now seeing playing professional football outside. Oh, my joy is unlimited.
There was a time Tolu was sick in the primary school. He was in the sick bay with other people. Before he knew, he turned the place to football ground.
My mom, she was in support, but like the most she could do was pray and cook for me, you know. She doesn't really know football. She can watch and understand, but when she sees the tackles, the hard tackles in football, she, as a woman, she gets like frightened and scared, you know. And like, hey, what, she calls me my baby. Hey, what if that's my baby? And she gets worried, you know. So I wouldn't say she wasn't in support. She was in support, because I remember even till now, every night she prays for the whole family. And when she prays, you can hear her praying about my football career. So she didn't just stop praying for it. Now she started praying for it a long time ago. And I remember always coming back from training and meeting food. If she didn't support it, I wouldn't come back and meet food at home, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody has been in support, everybody.
I remember I bought him his first boot. When he showed me, he said, a friend gave me this. I said, what is this? He said, for football. Those things I used to have iron under it. He said, that's the training, football. I said, okay, don't worry about it. I bought it for him. That's how my son started. And it has been his father's passion, Tolu going to academy.
Odegbami, Segun Odegbami, the owner of TIA, an ex-footballer, happened to be a colleague of mine when I was representing Nigeria in athletics. We were both camped in the festival village that time. He now formed a school at Wasini for sports and academics. I decided to change him from Navy Secondary School he was in JSS3, so he started with SS3 there. That's why he completed his secondary education combined with sports before eventually he finished up. He started training, gradually practicing with a local club investor, Cash.
It started from Cash Academy. That's my grassroots football team. That's where I started from. I was playing on the streets first, and then I have this friend, Izuchukwu. We call him Saha. He used to play with them, and then he invited me to come train with them, you know. I went to the International Sports Academy in Ogun State, owned by ex-Nigerian international Segun Odegbami. And that's where I learned the basic stuff of football, the technique, the passing accuracy and everything, you know. That's where I kind of really learned what football is all about. And then after that, I played for Flying Sports, and then I joined Box to Box, where it all happened, you know. From there, I went to the under-17s. I had trials in Germany, in France. Didn't work out because of administrative issues, but I mean, now I'm where I am today, and I'm glad I went through all that process, you know, because it helped get to where I am. So that's it.
The owner of the Box to Box, Mr. Shira, told me after the trial with under-17, they said, sir, can you hand this boy over to me? Let me train him for 6 months. I will change. I said, okay. That's how he joined Box to Box.
He's a well-trained boy. I give that to the family. First, these are the attributes of becoming a good player and turning into a superstar. I think his upbringing is very good, very respectful boy and very loyal. And I can see he's a big work to his body, especially to his body. He's really in shape and getting ready for the future.
We thank God from there. Everything started progressing till we met his agent, Jean Gerard from France. Did an agreement, he started managing him. Eventually, he was transferred to Valmeria Club in Latvia, and from there to FC Cologne in Germany.
Oluwalashe left for Latvia about 2 years ago. He went for surgery. Hey, you can't just believe. My son had the first surgery, second surgery without his father, his mother, his brother, nobody. It was, I can't just explain. The pain I felt for him was too much. I was over worried, especially when he went for the second surgery. my pain was so much. I was crying that how will my son, my last son, I've not been without my children for a long time like that. It happened that it was true. But what will I do? Football, rain, sunshine, they play football.
I haven't been home in like 2 years, and coming back and meeting my family, seeing my friends after 2 years, I was really happy. I mean, my friends welcomed me from the airport, you know. So it was an amazing feeling to see them, you know. My mom she was really emotional, but she didn't cry. But I could see that she wanted to cry. I think she didn't cry because there were people around or something.
Your brother, your son is not.
My papa, my son, my papa, daddy, papa, my papa, oh, my papa, oh, I missed him so much. Only for me to see my son back about 2 weeks ago. Oh, I flight. I wanted to, but it's very tall. But still, I tried to hug him because I was full of joy. The mercy of God will never save your life. Favor will be your pillar. Blessed shall you be when you go out. Blessed shall you be when you come in.
She was happy. She just kept hugging me, and immediately I got into the house, she started praying for me. I gave them their gifts. She gave me the Nigerian food, pounded jam and negosi, because she knows that's my favorite. And so it was really nice seeing them. It was really nice eating my mom's food after 2 years.
I'm so keen on his furthering his education. I made it clear to him that if, as you are going to play football, you still have to go back to school until tomorrow. If you ask him, he's still going to repeat the same thing like that. Play to the highest until you must still go. It's even easier now. You sit down in your house, everything is computerized. Gone are those days that you have to go and sit down in the classroom to say you want to study. So he has to still go back because I want him to have that certificate. He has brothers, especially my first son, fine footballer. We should have played better than Tolu. But we did not allow him because we want him to go to school.
My professional career is just starting, that's what I'm going to say. And I cannot complain. I'm really grateful. I mean, a lot of, I would say, African players didn't really start their careers until the age of 23, 24. And I'm lucky to have started my career at the age of 19. And now I'm 20, turning 21, and I'm playing in the Bundesliga. And that, for me, that's a big achievement. I mean, it's not the biggest. There are people who have done better, but I mean, I'm contented and I'm grateful. I'm not okay with where I am right now. Of course, I want to go higher, and that means I have to put in a lot of hard work and work more, put in more time, more dedication, more concentration, just, you know, and see where life takes me.